We're at the Mabee Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is SingFest 2010, and sitting next to me is Jason Crabb. Jason, welcome to Gospel Music Today.
Hey, thank you for allowing me to be here. This is pretty cool right here.
Well, don't get too nervous. I know you haven't been on television very much, but we'll try to get by.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something. TV always makes you nervous, but thank you for having me on.
Well, you're welcome. Now, we know of the heritage of the Crabb family. Of course, that's a great background in Southern gospel singing. Was there a time when you decided that this is what you wanted to do all the time?
Well, yeah, you know, I never knew until probably about 16 or so, 17, you know, really what God's plan for my life was. I knew that He had a plan, and I knew I was called to do something for Him. You know, I had some moments to where I was a hard head, you know, and kind of got out of the will of the Lord, but music brought me back to God closer than I ever had been, and it was gospel music, Southern gospel music. And I'll never forget hearing one of the Gaither videos somebody had brought over. Never knew that there was a Gaither Homecoming series, never knew it. And there was a man on there singing a song, Had It Not Been, you know, and I got to hearing the voice of Michael English singing with the vocal band, and I was like, wow, you can sing gospel music like this? This is wonderful, because not only you know, was it just from the heart and from the soul, but it was also so anointed, and so it drew me in. Next thing you know, I'm listening to every vocal band thing that there is, so that's kind of what drew me to the music.
Now, what have you been recording?
Yeah, I had just finished a record. Well, I say just finished a record. Maybe about 7 or 8 months ago, it came out, and God has just really been doing great things through it, and we've been hearing great testimonies. We cut a song that talks about somebody stumbling in the church house right in the middle of the congregation singing Amazing Grace. He was a drunk, and he sat down to find some grace, as the song portrays, and he couldn't find grace for all the judgment of the people that was around him in the church. And so he got up and started heading out the door, and says, I feel more love out there on the street than I do in here. And then the chorus goes into, it says, you think somebody would have put their arm around him, you think somebody would have hit a knee, you think somebody would have practiced what they've been preaching, and then it says it should have been somebody like me. And so we did a concept video to that, and they've been playing it on Christian TV networks and also secular. And so we're very honored to get a message like that out, you know, in a market that you know, it's hard to get in. And so God's really been blessing, and we're really thanking Him for what He's been doing in this record.
That is a great song. Now, our first introduction to Jason Crabb, of course, was with the Crabb family.
Yeah.
And you've got a solo career going on now. Tell me about that transition from being surrounded by the family to now you stand on that stage, just Jason Crabb.
Well, I can say this, you know, there's nights when I would love to look around and see my siblings beside me, you know, and it was a change. I mean, for sure, there was a difference. There was the first few nights was pretty lonely on the stage, although I've got a great group that's behind me, a great band that are just like family, and some that's been with us for a while now, and very thankful for them. But, you know, I do miss them, and I really, one day I think we'll, you know, maybe get together and do a reunion tour, and sometimes we get together and do some dates, but it hasn't been, you know, just sporadic. But I think that's coming in the near future, and who knows, maybe even do a new Crabb family record.
Oh, that'd be great. Well, Jason, thank you very much for talking to us on Gospel Music Today.
Oh, are you kidding? Thank you for allowing me to be here, and I appreciate all that y'all do, and appreciate the viewers, you know, and that help help make this all possible, you know, and get behind what, you know, this message of Jesus Christ being presented to the world. And you know, one thing about it, the church and us as Christians, we take it for granted of what God has really given us, the power to get the word out. And so I think, but there's a great rally that's coming on, and we're taking some land back by force, you know.
Amen. There's more coming up on Gospel Music Today.